there! Do you mind if I tell you something shocking? Did you know that in our everyday action, there are basics behind it? Let's talk about it! Ready to learn? Because you are now watching Basics Time!
Let's learn, explain the world. Basics is just right for you. It is used in everyday's life. Come on, basics, let us review. Let's learn, explain the world. Basics is just right for you. If you want to expose your mind, Basics Time is here for you.
Episode 11, entitled On Our Daily Situation, There Are Basics Application. Since you are watching this video, meaning you are in our world, a world of fun, a world of physics. Physics is everywhere around us. For today's episode, let's see some interesting applications of physics in our daily life. Me together with my friends are here to explain it all to you. So what are we waiting for? Come on, let us learn!
Good day, fellow physicists! Did you know that in our everyday living as a student, there is physics? What a mind-blowing! We can apply law of acceleration here because as the mass of the student's body accelerates towards the ground, the amount of force increases. We can apply Newton's second law and third law. In the second law, the force of an object is equal to its mass times its acceleration. In the third law, when two objects interact, they apply forces to each other of equal magnitude in opposite direction. We can apply the first law of motion because it states that if a body is at rest or moving at a constant speed a straight line, it will remain at rest or keep moving in a straight line at a constant speed unless it is acted upon by a force. Braking motorcycle because it will cause their bodies to continue moving at original speed until their bodies is acted upon by some force. Pushing a friend. The person is standing at rest until there is a force pushing him from behind, causing his body to experience the moment of inertia and move forward.
Did you know that temperature and heat plays a big role in our lives? But first, let me define the meaning of the two. So, what is heat? Heat is a form of energy that transfers from higher temperature to lower one. On the other hand, temperature is a measure of how hot or cold something is. It is measured by three scales which are the Fahrenheit, Celsius, and Kelvin. Without heat, you will freeze and cool, then you will not survive for very long.
So cold!
Also, we use heat for cooking a food. For illustration, in cooking, the burners on stove will conduct warm vitality to the foot of a container sitting a bit of it. From there, the skillet conducts warmth to its contents. While temperature is vital since it is something we feel. We have to adjust our lodging and clothing to it on the off chance that we live in several places or at diverse times of the year. If we get too hot or too cold, we will not survive.
Feeling hungry, huh? Whenever we're hungry, we cook. So, let's cook an egg soup! Oh wait, we can actually apply the mechanism of heat transfer here. As I tried to boil my soup, there are three ways of heat transfer occurred. Conduction, the transfer of heat from one substance to another by direct abstract. Convection, the transfer of heat through a fluid, liquid, or gas caused by molecular motion. Radiation, energy that is radiated or transmitted in the form of rays or waves such as light. When we eat food, the chemical energy of the food is being converted into mechanical energy, which one used to different types of work. So, wanna try my egg soup? Now, let's talk about collision. Collision is already happening in our daily life without us noticing. We all have seen it in the news when we are watching TV, such as the news about vehicular accidents caught in CCTV footage. That was a demonstration of collision. Collision is a simultaneous interaction between two or more bodies, which is due to the internal force acting between bodies. Actually, there are two kinds of collision. Are you playing sports, basketball, volleyball, or billiards? When you throw a ball on the ground and it bounces back to your hand, then this case is what you call elastic collision. Have you ever dropped your ball pen whenever you're doing an assignment? Well, the moment the ball pen falls into the ground, the case is considered as inelastic collision.
Better write this one out in the closet.
Hi! Did you know that the opening or closing the door in your house is an example of torque? Why? Try opening or closing your door without turning the doorknob. Do you think the door will open? And imagine the door without a hinge on the side and try to open it. It will just fall forwardly. The rotation of hinge and doorknob on your door is presenting torque because torque is a rotating force. Do you know what is this? We always use ball pen in schools. That's why a ballpoint pen is students' weapon in their everyday life. But do you even know how it works? A ballpoint pen works using several mechanical bases including gravity and rotational force like centripetal force. Well, the concept of pen is very simple. Gravity forces the ink down into a reservoir, sitting atop the thing that puts the ink on the surface, which is aptly called a ball. Have you ever washed clothes at home? Well, your washing machine has applied the principle of centripetal force. The dryer of washing machine is a rapidly rotating container that applies centripetal force to its content. Centripetal force acts in the direction away from the center and hence can be used to throw the water molecule on the clothes radially outward during the spin cycle of the washing machine.
Imagine the situation when you're at home listening to some music, but you're interested of how music travels through your ears or how do sound travel. Well, I'm here to answer your question. But first, what is a sound wave? A sound wave is a longitudinal wave that travels through a medium like air or water. And the longitudinal wave is a wave whose vibrations travel along the direction of the wave. Thus, if a wave is moving to the right, the vibration is also moving to the right. The wave creates areas of compression where loose molecules clump together during transmission at certain track intervals. To further understand how the sound travels, let's use guitar as an example. The sound of the guitar is produced by striking the strings and making them vibrate. The energy of the vibration strings is transferred to the soundboard, to the bridge, and to the steel strings of the guitar. The lower the pitch, the thicker the strings. Tuning of the strings changes the tension of it. The tighter the string, the higher the pitch. A string that is under more tension will vibrate more rapidly, creating pressure waves that are closer together and hence having a higher frequency. Thicker or longer strings, on the other hand, will vibrate more slowly, creating pressure waves that are farther apart, thus making the frequency lower.
So you see, physics is really an amazing and exciting field of study. I hope that this helps you to better understand the examples of physics in our everyday life. Thank you for watching. We hope you learned a lot today. This show is Physics Time, saying, let's learn, explain the world. Physics is just the right for you. See you in the next episode. Bye!